Stay for me, a little family for me. You know I love you for me. Please stay with me, stay with me. Oh, a little family for me. You know I love you for me. Please stay with me, stay with me. A little family for me. You know I love you for me. Please stay with me, stay with me. Me, for me, you know I love you for me. Please stay with me. Baby girl, kinda not the way I love you. Every day and night I go still the one to you. Let me be your superstar, gonna take you high to the sky. Oh, love for me, for me. You want me more fair low. Shisha kara kara, Kimberly Fiasha, you're my one desire. I cannot cheat on you, want you like a fool, oh my baby boo. They got me intoxicated, you are rated as my number one. I cannot cheat on you, want you like a fool, oh my baby boo. They got me intoxicated, you are rated as my number one. For me, I love you for me, please stay with me. Me, for me, you know I love you for me. Please stay with me. Pretty angel, you are just like a mirror. Your reflections, I say they're everywhere I go. With you, I can rule the world, and therefore, can I do without you for me? I'm your friend, I cut me. I found you fascinating, your love is captivating. Check your ratings. I cannot cheat on you, want you like a fool, oh my baby boo.
A very warm welcome to all our listeners around the world. You're welcome to the Tony Tokunbo Fernandes Show, a show that promotes the true life and success stories of African and Caribbean achievers around the world. So if there's a product or initiative you wish to share, feel free to give us a call on 0788 280 9005. That number once again is 0788 280 9005. Also, take a few seconds to visit our website at www.tonyfernandez.co.uk. We have some amazing guests lined up on our show this year, all about promoting the true life stories of African and Caribbean achievers, making a huge difference to people's life around the world. Also, watch out for our Africa for You Achievers Awards for African and Caribbean achievers living in West Yorkshire, taking place next month, as well as our Black History Month celebrations at the UK House of Parliament, taking place in October. And I'll keep you posted with all these events taking place, as well as some very amazing initiatives taking place soon as well. And we have another amazing guest on the show today, an award-winning entrepreneur who has her fingers in so many pies and also has a passion for natural hair and wellness for Black women. And the theme of today's show is wellness, natural wellness for Black women's hair. And she'll be talking a bit about that also and giving some tips. So, Sophie, it's a pleasure to have you on the Tony Tokunbo Fernandes Show for the very first time. Our listeners around the world are keen to know a bit about yourself, your background, and the things you're most passionate about in life.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you, Tony, for having me on your show. It's such a pleasure and an honor. And just hi to everyone that's listening in or that will be tuning in later on. So, yeah, as you mentioned, my name is Sophie Davis. I actually was born and raised in the UK, London, South London to be precise. And I come from rather a traditional Caribbean background. So for me, it was all about, you know, the traditional cooking, and my parents really, especially my mum really honed in on our skills. I come from a large family, so I have brothers and sisters, both older and younger. So all of us, strangely enough, Tony, no joke of a lie, every single one of us, I think there's 10 of us in total. So I have 2 sisters, and then there's 7 brothers, so in total 10. Not one of us doesn't do something that's entrepreneurial. I mean, we all do something entrepreneurial, if that makes sense. So we were always pushed in a good way by our parents to do something out of the box. Academically, I didn't complete my full education, because I was actually babysitting one of my brothers who's now 18. So that was a really amazing thing to do, because the one thing that I wanted to do was make money straight away. I wanted to be in the not in the workforce, but I wanted to be making money, you know. So I've always been from that background where I've been passionate about mainly doing things that are outside of the box. It doesn't just have to be employment. There's so many avenues we can follow, and I always came from that kind of background where my family members did push for that. So it wasn't like it was out of the norm for me. It was something that was normal, because it's something that we've always been taught as a family to do. Even just as an example, Tony, my youngest brother, he's now 18, and he actually wants to do, not only does he want to make money working, but he also wants to be a boxer. So we're always doing something, you know. So it's nice that we're all doing something to be passionate about. So that is my passion, to do something that's outside of the norm. Not just to, I mean, we're all here to do something, right? I'm not just here to exist, you know. So it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, and I suppose the amazing thing in life is that it's always important to follow your heart, follow your passion, follow your dreams, and have a sense of purpose, which also gives you a sense of fulfillment. And the theme of today's show is the importance of natural hair for Black women, which is a very, very profound topic. Um, how did you get into natural hair and wellness, and why?
Yeah, absolutely. So I work full time, but not only that, I do a business. I do business stuff on the side. I also do cryptocurrency as well. I do all different things. I used to work in a salon, actually, back in 2014, I believe. Maybe it was 2015. So I basically got the kind of natural hair bug when I went into this salon. So it was a salon like I've never experienced, because for me, growing up, some of the places that I've been to do my hair were either in someone's home. I won't go into the stories, but those are some of the stories are to come, actually. But basically, my experiences with getting my own hair done have been very traumatic. And it's not really the fault of, like, so like as an example, maybe the stylist. I just think they lacked that kind of education that they needed. So I worked in a salon, and they were very regimented, that everything was to the book. I didn't actually do anything to do with hair, but I saw a lot of Black women come out with hair literally down to their back. So that gave me like a kind of insight to like the positive side of natural hair. I'm not saying that our hair must be, as women or men, must be long or flowing, whatever. It doesn't have to be that. It can be just be healthy in general, but I was kind of surprised to see that, you know. So this actual salon, they were Caribbean owned, and they actually had two branches. I'm not going to name who they were, but they actually were one of the first that I'd seen that was really pushing for the health of Afro hair. They also did European hair and like different textured hair, like curly textured, for people that are biracial as well. So it was such a spectrum that they covered, but to see Afro hair in all this glory, that really opened my eyes up, and that's why I actually thought, you know what, I'd really like to get into it. And I'm actually qualified in certain beauty therapy techniques as well. So I'm not coming from a background where I'm not qualified in certain stuff. I am. I'm just, you know, following through with the hair thing. So that's what gave me the kind of inkling to start doing a hair vlogging, a hair channel. And I've always been interested in it. So that was what mainly got me into it.
Now you obviously have a very big passion for natural hair growth, and I'm sure this theme this evening is gonna be of interest to so many Black women around the world. Uh, can you just speak to a lot of Black women around the world today? And if I was to ask you, what are the basic top tips when it comes to natural hair growth that people take for granted?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll just give you a brief outline of what got me into it. So I actually had traction alopecia. Now, statistically, I believe this is globally, Black women will 50%, no, 50% of Black women suffer from some form of alopecia. There's only one alopecia that we would never suffer from, and that's an androgyny alopecia, form of alopecia that's found in men, that's common in men. So one thing that we really don't take for advantage of it, the fact that our hair is just unique. Like our hair can do like so many different things, and we just tend to cover it up. And I understand that society has told us for years that our hair is unkept, unruly. We've even got things like the Crown Act, where they're championing in the US to actually make legal or make illegal hair discrimination. So there's things like that, but I think what we're kind of still lacking in the fact that something's not going right, where we're not actually going natural. And I understand, and I've been in the position myself as a woman, as a female. So what my kind of stances on what I do with my channel, I not only talk about the recipes that I do, you know, I talk about all different things, and I showcase the beauty of Afro hair, but I also talk about the mindset that comes with it. So I think we don't take advantage of the fact that our hair is very unique, and we can actually do about maybe 45 or more hairstyles with our hair. Like even right now, I've, you know, today I've got my hair twisted up, pinned up. That is a form of protective styling or a hairstyle. So there's so many different things that I can personally do with my hair, and I didn't know this. I didn't actually take advantage of the fact that my hair can do so many different things, like with heat, without heat. My hair can like stand in the sun. I can, you know, if I want to, Tony, literally I can have like twists going down, or I can have my hair out as it is in its natural state, which is an afro. So I think it's a fact of that we just need to learn to accept our hair as it is. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but it just doesn't happen enough. And I've actually done a lot of research as well, and so many other naturals who do vlogging like myself have, where we'll do the research and we're like, well, hang on a minute, we're spending billions in lockdown. I think 2020 alone, we spent like maybe 15 billion globally on hair products, on hair care. Now, what are we spending it on? That's the scary question. That is the most important question. What are we spending our money on? Are we spending it actually learning our hair, or are we spending it on items to cover our hair up, like wigs, weaves? I'm not saying anything's bad with those, but you know, it's just, we need to be smarter with how we're looking after our hair, essentially.
I mean, taking all these factors into consideration, and you being a very strong advocate for natural hair growth and wellness, what message would you like to send out today to beautiful Black women around the world?
Yeah. I like to say, firstly, we are beautiful. As Black women, we are beautiful. We deserve luxury. We deserve great things. For decades, we've been told we mustn't ask for things. We are entitled to ask for things, and so rightly, you know. So we shouldn't be ashamed to sit in our femininity and not be afraid to actually showcase our beauty, and that is Afro hair. So one thing I'd say is definitely to start with maybe looking at a routine, looking into yourself and think, am I actually putting my hair into a routine? Like, so like if we have a regular bath, right, we wouldn't go weeks without having a bath. So we shouldn't go weeks without actually washing our hair or maintaining our hair. So I definitely say that. And I definitely say as well that it's not as scary as you think. Because even as an example, Tony, when I go to the gym, when I started my natural journey, I used to cover my hair with like hats, or I'd cover my hair with a wrap. And then now I just go like this, and that has been something that it did take me a while, but I had to grow the confidence. And I am blessed because I've got a twin sister. She started a natural journey before I did. So it was nice that we both have that relation, and then also have the support of my other half of my family members. So it's nice to have that support as well. So that's an important part. And even if people don't support what you do, when you see the results of what you believe is healthy, natural hair, it's the most important part. And the reason I say this is because not only one, it's important to maintain healthy hair, not only for our own bodies, because we're more prone to things like I don't know, uterine fibroids, polycystic ovaries, and these are coming from and endometriosis. So these are coming from the hair products that we are using, perms, dyes, all these things with chemicals in it. Even the things, if we put extensions in our hair, you need to know where it's coming from, because that is a thing that impacts on our health. So we need to realize that as well. And I'm not just saying it just to say it, I'm saying it from my own experience as well with my own health. And then, yes, just a thing of that, once you actually get into that kind of natural realm, you look at things differently. And the one most important thing that, as well as our health, is the generations to follow. Are we showing our children? I don't have children yet, but I've got nieces and nephews, and I love children. Are we showing the children that their hair is beautiful, because I see online a lot of things online is so quite traumatic actually, that women, I'm not judging what women will do with their children, that's up to them, but if you put your videos and stuff on social media, then you're going to be obviously open to criticism. I see a lot of women actually perming their children's hair. Now, why? Why would you do this to your child? And again, I'm not a parent, so I can't judge, but I advocate for that. It's so important for the generations, because all we're going to do is have no hair. Children are going to end up with saying, you know what, I'm not happy with myself. And it's going to get to the point where either they can't put anything on their head anymore, or it's going to get to the point where they actually suffer really bad alopecia, and then they'll have to go and try and get scalp injections, which is going to cost them thousands. And that, not only that, it doesn't have just an impact on their external, but it has an impact on their mental. So they're not going to celebrate what it is to be beautiful and to have beautiful Afro hair. You know, it's just going to be a lost cause, really. So it's really important how we actually view ourselves in this generation to help if you've got children and stuff like that.
Okay, we're slowly coming to the end of the show, and we're going to talk a bit about the services you provide in terms of hair wellness. But before we get to that, when we talk about your own natural journey and your own experience as well, which is going to make a very profound impact on Black women listening today, what are the greatest lessons you've learned in your journey so far?
Yeah.
That women will be interested in?
Yeah, I'd say the main lesson I learned was to love who I am, and that nobody cares what that you're natural. No, I was overthinking things, so yeah, nobody cares. People love your hair as it is. People are fascinated by it, and if people are asking offensive questions, then they were asking offensive questions when you wear wigs or weaves. Do you know what I mean? So I'd say really so that I've learned how to love who I am, and I feel more comfortable in who I am, and I just don't care what people think of my hair, because I love my hair, and my hair's flourished ever since. It's just absolutely insane. Like my hair, the growth that I've experienced in the space of 2 years has been crazy. So thanks be to God.
That's beautiful. Now, our listeners are very keen to know the services you provide today in terms of natural hair growth and wellness. And also, if they're more interested in getting in touch with you and tapping into your services, how can they reach you as well, and as well as your social media platforms and websites?
Yes, so I do a hair loss tool called a derma roller. I should have had it right by my side, but I don't. So what this helped me actually reverse my alopecia. It's a collagen stimulating tool. So I have an affiliate code. So I'm an affiliate for a company called Skin Medics. And not only that, I actually sell the derma roller tool as well. So you can get in contact with me about that. Not only that is I don't sell recipes, but I do recipes. So I follow a procedure called Ayurvedic hair care. And that is just incorporating natural things like henna. And this is coming from another fellow YouTuber that I've been following, and she's had some phenomenal results. And for me, I like to take out sulfates out of my hair care practice. So I share recipes, regular recipes. One of my last recipe shares was an actual henna mask, and that was just so fun to make, and it was just easy. It took me like 5 minutes to make. So I share my recipes, and my social media handle is, my name is Sophie K Davis. So I mainly do Instagram and YouTube. With the Instagram, that is where I upload more regular content. And then with my YouTube, I do things like I do lives, I do pre-recorded videos, and I'm also going back to doing that. So I've had like a little break because I celebrated doing 60 videos last year. And I was like, right, there's so many videos that I can put out, but I wanted those to run its course a bit. So yeah, so I do that. I do the YouTube and the Instagram.
Okay, and we'll be so happy if people contact you and also go on that journey with you for natural hair appreciation. On a very final note, Sophie, it's amazing having you today. On a very final note, what message do you have for all our beautiful Black women around the world today?
Yeah, I'd say to all of you, you know what, don't be afraid, don't be scared. I've spoken to so many women over the world, across the world, and they're scared to actually take that plunge to go natural. Don't be afraid. It isn't as scary as it is, and it's best to actually deal with the situation head on if there are any issues, than to leave it and have regret.
Fantastic. Amazing having you on the show, and keep up the amazing work you're doing in the month of April and many years to come, and keep shining all the way, and have a lovely day.
Oh, thank you, Tony. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too.